All right, good morning, PSC 1025, and welcome to week 4. So, this week we will keep trekking forward with our look at state government. Since we've spent the first few weeks just kind of laying out the necessary framework to understand what state government is, understanding what American federalism is, and then taking an effort to understand the nature of state constitutions and how they compare to the federal constitution. It's now time to actually look at the state organization itself. So we're going to start a kind of multi-week kind of focus on the state political organization. This week, you're going to read Chapter 7, and you're going to focus your attention on the legislative branch, or what is often called, like in Colorado, for example, the State General Assembly. And what is important for us to understand is the way to which these local bodies at the municipal or even the state legislative level is they are organized in a way that is allowing them to effectively and democratically navigate the complexities of just day-to-day governance in a state. And in particular, right, in many current political contexts, state governments that are, enormously polarized along ideological and party lines, and therefore state assemblies are finding themselves struggling to navigate those personalities and agendas. And so, what we need to understand is that broadly speaking, state legislatures are very similar in the look and operation of our federal legislature, right? There's a House, there's a Senate, there's various committees that operate in both of those houses of state assemblies with that responsibility of creating legislation, policy, and appropriating funds through the state budget on an annual basis. Unlike, though, the federal government, state legislators, right? This is in essence a part-time job, right? Some states compensate those representatives and those state senators, and some don't. And so when they come to work for, say, that 120 days in the case of Colorado, right, they're doing it in addition to that regular life that they may have as a K-12 educator or as a rancher out on the Western Slope, whatever that may be. Okay. So, with that said, it's important to understand that given kind of the recent experience, right, state assemblies are fairly functional despite the partisanship, and they are functional just because again they govern that day to day. All right. So this week you've got discussion 4 and quiz 4, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions.